Hey, it's your girl, Monique Brown, Customer Experience Strategist, coming back at you with another retention tip of the week. Today's retention tip is all about effective communication. So effective communication is dire and mandatory for any entrepreneur, because if you cannot effectively get your message across about what service or product that you are offering to your client, they won't understand how your process goes. They won't know what to expect. And number one thing, they will not be coming back to you again to buy future services or products from you, which is any main goal for any entrepreneur or small business owner. So let's go ahead and get into this. So let me give you the definition of effective communication. So effective communication between two or more persons where the intended message is successfully delivered, received, and understood. So this sounds pretty simple, right? Not always. It can be pretty challenging. So the biggest thing here is making sure that they understand the message or information that you're trying to get across to them. Your clients need to have clear, concise information so that they won't keep questioning everything that you say. There's a difference between questioning what you say because maybe they just didn't understand a certain concept, or the other part of that, or I should say the difference is when they just don't understand how you are actually presenting it to them. That's a huge difference. So in delivering your message, you want to make sure that you understand your audience. So you need to first check their level of understanding. This is why it's so important to provide your clients with some type of intake form, because you're gathering information. You are getting to know what they know, what they need from you, their goals, just maybe how far they come, even trying to do it on their own. So this is what an intake form is, so you can have effective communication and know how to deliver your message so it's clear and concise. So in delivering your message, when I say knowing your audience, let me give you an example of this. I am a licensed insurance agent. I sell auto insurance policies. So if someone was coming to me, they have never had an auto policy before ever in their life, I'm going to have to take a little bit more time to explain the terms, the insurance lingo, the verbiage. I need to make sure that they understand. I can't talk to them as though they've had insurance before. They will have no clue. They'll be lost, and you don't want your client to feel that way. Put yourself in their shoes. That is a horrible way to feel. So on the other end of it, let's say that I had a customer, a client that is very, well versed in insurance. He's had several insurance policies. He understands. He just needs me to pretty much give him the cost. He can tell me what coverage he wants, what kind of policy he wants, everything. So that's going to be a whole different type of communication because I have a different audience. These two examples are two different people, two different audiences, and I have to address them both differently. The next thing with delivering your message is how you come off. You do not want to come off like you do not care. You do not want to come off arrogant. You don't want to come off like you don't have time for them. Because if you have that kind of demeanor while you're delivering your message, the whole message of whatever you're trying to get to them, whether it's about your service or a product, a concept, whatever, it's going to be lost because they couldn't pay attention to your message because they were too busy paying attention to your demeanor that said everything like, I don't care, let me hurry up and get this over with. Because that person has clocked out, they're done listening. They're paying more attention to your demeanor than your message. The third one is assuming that they know the information. Don't ever, ever assume. If you say in your service and your expectations that you plan on giving them whatever, a guide, a map, anything to get them from, step 1 to step 10. You have to give them all the steps. You cannot assume that they just know a step because it makes sense to you. It may not make sense to them. You're the expert. They are not. So I'm going to give you an example. So for McDonald's on their cup, when you get like a hot coffee or tea or hot water or anything, it says caution, hot. This water could burn you. This beverage could burn you. Now, before, McDonald's had just assumed, right? They had assumed, they said, hey, if they're getting a hot beverage, people are just going to assume and know that it's a hot beverage. However, somebody spilled hot coffee on themselves, burned themselves, and sued McDonald's because, why? They didn't effectively communicate that the coffee was hot and it could burn them. So you want to, every single step, you cannot, goes back to just assuming. You have to give every step. You have to be very clear and concise so you can get your message through to what you want them to know. All right, so again, this is Monique Brown, Customer Experience Strategist. So if you go ahead and click the link below, you can go ahead and get weekly retention tips that are sent directly to your email. Click the link below so I can go ahead and start sending you these weekly retention tips that will save your customers, save your business. Just think, if you don't have any clients, if you can't get your clients to keep coming back, you have to start at day 1 every single month. Clients are your bread and butter. You don't want to do that. So let me help you retain your most valuable assets, which are your clients. All right, don't forget to click the link. Again, Monique Brown, Customer Experience Strategist. You have a great day and retain all your most valuable assets. Thank you. Have a great day.